Hello everybody, welcome back to the Beetlejuice house. I did it again, didn't I? Always click on something that's movable. Alright, you'll see we made a nice flower arrangement for the counter here. We have, try that again. Done a little bit of work here. If you remember in the movie when they run up the stairs, there's shelves on each side. So I did that. They don't go up all the way, but I think that's pretty good to the inspiration of the movie. And then we're in the attic today. So I've been playing with colors and shapes and styles, and on this wall, movie-wise, there are a whole bunch of frames and stuff put on this wall. There's wallpaper on one of the walls, and there's almost like a diamond shape wallpaper, and there's no ways. If I could take this and I could turn it, it might work. I think this is going to be the closest. If I just swap the colors around, it might work. And then obviously the wall that they draw on is brick. So to get an interesting effect, I am going to use probably this brick and that, which is close-ish, to get that sort of jagged brick edge look. I don't know if it's going to work because this brick isn't quite the right size. But let's see what we can do with it. And then of course we've got all the houses and our toys and our brick. So let's take that away so it's not in our direct way. And let's get started. What I've done here is I've actually put a shutter on this. Yes, it is white like the rest of the house. But I thought that was quite appropriate, because we're going to drape something over there. If it's not, we can move it. But I think I'm going to just put a little curtain on there. I don't say we're going to be able to drape exactly, but sorry, doors, curtains, stuff, other stuff, it's all here. So it's not going to be torn. It's going to be probably the cotton, or you know what, maybe the burlap, because that's a little rougher, and we can look at probably something like that color, which is pretty good. And let's see what that looks like. It will work. We just have to move it down, and I'm actually going to move it into this way. That makes sense. So it almost looks like just a piece of something that's been chucked there. I don't know. Should we? Maybe we can copy that and open the curtain. Let's see. It covers it pretty well on that side. So let's move this over just a smidgen. And we can shove that in there as well. See the actual line of it, and we can maybe just, I don't know, it's very rigid, if that makes sense, but that might give it the sort of drapey feel that we're looking for. That's, damn it. going to say that's disappeared, but it hasn't. It's literally just, there we go. It's like vanished into the wall. So what I've also thought about is if you buy a picture frame, it comes with, where's the picture frame I was thinking of? Let's take this one as a prime example. Let's go for like a, let's go for gold, because I think there's almost like a bronzy one. You'll see that the back of it is white. So what we need to do is, the mat size doesn't really get big enough, does it? But we can probably fix that. So we have a frame on the wall, and surprisingly enough, this almost works. If that makes sense. Alright, we've got a couple of wooden frames, and that's where I'm going to look in sandbox, because we have got, this is a mirror part, and if we go for something like that, it will be an empty back, which is awesome. Then if we go, where is it? There, coat hanger part. Let's go for an old rusty one. You'll see that's, can we stretch this? No, can we stretch that? No. Okay, I tried. Then I'm going to put good snapping on. There we stick that on the wall too. Let's stick it up here so we can sort of see it. Sort of hanging over that. I actually want to put something on there, and I'm not sure what it is. Maybe the poster? Why am I looking through everything? Poster is tatty on the corners. And what size mat? Okay, so the mat size actually, that's weird. Alright, I can't do that. Alright, plan B would be the picnic napkin. That's the blanket, there's the napkin. Let's see what we can do with that. It's huge, isn't it? We'll take a few of them. Let's change the color on that. That matches the background a little bit better. Let's see if we can dull that down a little bit. Alright, now everything's all on top of everything else. Let's do this gently, shall we? We still need to take that. I'm just looking at various colors because we can always duplicate that one. Yeah, no, not that one. That, no. Okay, it's well placed. Okay, gonna have to buy it again. That's right. Let's do that. Eventually, if it gets to the point of being put really close to another object, it just disappears until one or both of the, well, until the object it's disappeared into actually gets moved, which is quite fascinating actually. But this is just breaking the color, that intense white in the background there. Gives you the slight messy sense of stuff. So let's take 1, 2, we can borrow another one of those, and then we can change them up color wise. Let's do maybe a copper one and a iron one. Let's do the same with this. Maybe silver. How about a rose gold? We can't use wood on these parts, which is unfortunate. I'm just gonna get them, get them up, and then we'll put them nicely on. But I think these will work quite well as the empty picture frames that are sort of piled up on the wall there. Let's use the flashlight, and then we can play. I think the big one here. Oh, take that grid snapping off now, please. That looks so much better. I'm getting the movement, and then we'll place them properly. Actually, that one will sort of stand. Tilt it slightly. There's like the frame chaos. I think that'll work. Now let's just put them a little bit closer to the wall, shall we? There will be layers because frames have weight to them. Can you lean there? I think if I take my flashlight off, that looks okay. And we have that, and then we're going to turn our attention to now this. I don't know if we can match it like that, but for example, so is your damaged wallpaper. Let's see. I'm going to buy it. Oh, it's too big. I haven't done many of the renovations. Still too big. That one? Really? Okay. Wow, look at that. That's weird. It's very... I don't suppose we're going to be able to do it that way. We're going to have to do it this way, aren't we? Let's find the flowers first. For the flower. Now the flowers are pink, that blue, and then that's fairly close. Now it says damage factor. If we take it to there, it changes the color, doesn't it? Awesome. And then we can copy that to put it on the table. I think that is going to have to do. Where would you put it? The top or the bottom? Okay, now getting the layout of the tables, I am referring to my trusty second screen. We do have some curtains, and it appears that this window is a bay window, which does not in any way, shape or form appear on the exterior of the house. So, it is what it is. But there is a bump out. Okay, let's take that and see if we can change these colors around. If we go there, and then that way. Let's see what it looks like. I'm going to take it to see it's not very... maybe make that darker. A little bit better. Not perfect, but it'll do. And then there's a bump out here that almost looks like a fireplace. It's got a piece of material draped over it and wood at the top. So I think that will work. There's also, it looks like a cupboard here of some description, again with fabric draped over it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that aside, and I'm going to find curtains again for this window, and it's a double window, and I can see a short and a longer curtain. So let's open that first of all and see what we've got here. Okay, that will work. if we shorten it? Let's resize it first. To there. Oh gee, I did it again, didn't I? That'll teach me. I dropped it. It works nicely when you're using the works nicely when you're using, what's that tool? Ooh, come, I need the curtain. Thank you. Fishing tool? Yes, it is the fishing tool. Okay, so that's the sort of, actually, you know what, it could be a blind that I'm looking at behind the curtain. But we don't have curtains that are shears, so there is that. Are we just gonna go with something like that? Maybe oranger? It's pink. It's gonna have to do. It is what it is. And then another pair of curtains exactly the same way. I don't know if I'm picking it up as cream, but I'm going to take it as cream. And these are going to be over those. I think that'll work-ish, sort of. It is what it is. Alright, now to open the door they actually had to have a brick somewhere. So my thought process is, let's take this and paint there. And take that and put that across there. What do you say? And then below this we can do the brick. And we best move the birdhouse out of the way. There. Now for this to work properly, we are going to need, first of all, to make the door, to place the door, and then we're going to need to fix it so that the door is damaged wood. Damaged wood. Let's just go with that, and then we can decide if that works. I have the temptation to make this a bright green handle, but that's just me. Right, so we're going to go in here, and then we're going to actually put another wall. And yes, the color's going to change, but we need the wood, and we've done nothing in here yet. Seriously? I swear I got that brick. Oh, it won't pick up the brick. Why is it not picking up the brick? Okay, fine. We'll use this. really wonky. Change. Okay, let's go there. And just go with those. And then, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. This door, and we're going to try this. So awesome. Now I've created this door specifically so that it will open inwards. Now we come to the fun part, because this is just going to take forever. Come on. And I'm not sure which way these bricks are going to look better. Let's put the grid snapping on because it's just going to be easier. Same size? Yes, it is. If I do that, you're going to I think that's going to be fairly effective. What do you say? And yes, I'm not going to put you through watching me stick 1,000 bricks in this. But I think now if I open the door and I walk out, we can do that. Are these bricks in the right place? Yes, they are. So yes, this is going to be my job for a little while. Bricks actually work very well with the existing. Actually, you know what? Let's go up one. So it looks like the door is actually opening. The only thing we can't do with these bricks is actually put the mortar in between them. But I think it will be very effective, and it's something I look forward to doing. But as I say, it's going to just be a long and involved process, which I'm okay with. Let's just do the inside of this. Alright, we have the door to the netherworld. We also have a door downstairs in the basement that I snuck in yesterday. And then we've got all these houses that we are going to have to play with on the table. Now, we've got 3 tables here. We do have, under building accessories, we have a workshop stand, which is awesome. So shelf, I wouldn't mind the shelf at the bottom of it, and let's just use a, how about the mahogany, because it's got quite a bit of a wood grain on it. And then the details can be bronze, and this is what we're going to put our village on. only thing I can think of to put it on would be this. And that's huge because of the bumps. But in the meantime, let's find us some wood. There's a frame around it. So maybe what I need to do is move this up. See what I mean with it's the only thing we've got that we can actually do any sort of bumps and lumps, but I think that looks pretty good. And then we just need to do a frame around the edges, and of course, don't do that. Center it. What is that? Why are you here? Oh, it was on the mat. Awesome. Yeah, I'll play with that. They're wiggling. I can see them now wiggling in the... You get that blurring effect. But we'll worry about that later. Now we just need my trusty block. And let's see if we can attach it here. Will you? Okay. It will stand in the corner there, which is awesome. Ooh. And we want you to be about that big. I think so. And can we have you about that big on that side? Come on. Don't mind how you stand as long as you stand. Okay, so this is going to be mahogany. I think that will look pretty dang good. Oh yes. Just paint them when you've got them. And I'm not worried about rotation of the wood. Now let's move them. And no, I am not going to fight with the grid snapping. Let's see if this will work. I wish it had more humps and bumps, but it is what it is. Any ideas of how we are going to do the actual other interesting things that are on here? I don't think we have any dolls furniture for the doll's house, so it's going to be quite interesting. It would be nice if we had some lawn chairs, for example, and some other interesting paraphernalia. But I understand why the game doesn't have tombstones. That would just be creepy. definitely my favorite thing in the game. And I wish all the other building supplies would actually give us... Oof, I keep on hitting that. I think that's going to make a pretty dang good village. Now, can we stand stuff on? Hallelujah. Yes, we can. I'm so happy for that. So yes, we can build a little village. I've got a couple of village thoughts, and there's a barn, and that's not going to stand, are you? But it's fine, you can come and stand here shortly. Now the thinnest we can build is brick. If I do that, just as a for instance, we can use it as literally a piece of board. So for the barn, we can maybe get away with doing a little bit of house building in miniature. But moving on, let's just finish up this, and then I think I'm going to put this beam is not going to let me place it. Down the wall here. So let's just shrink it a bit, and then that will just break up the two. Let's move that over a smidgen. My favorite thing in the whole world when it's useful. Other than that, not so much. Alright, now I'm going to, there is a sofa here, but because there's a few tables, I think I'm going to put the sofa on this side. Now we know the sofa is, when they're sitting on it, it pulls some of the cover off of that sofa. So we know it's a floral one, and it's an old-fashioned one with sort of the curved arms. So we're going to go for this. And let's have a look. So it's going to probably either be that or that. No, we can't shrink the damn pattern down. We do that and make the background a cream. There's more pink, but not that pink, so I think I'm going to go for that. Okay. One. Damn it. I think that will work. It's the sofa here. I don't quite know where we're going to have to put it because I need another table here. I don't... Are those legs centered? They're as centered as they're probably going to get, but we can probably move them a little bit out. What do you say? Or should we put 4 in there? Again, I wish I could just stretch them out, but I'm not building a whole thing. Alright, there is another table with the trestle legs on that she's busy pasting wallpaper, and then there is another table with other stuff on, but I have no clue what's on that table. So I think we are going to have to just focus on 2 tables and take artistic liberties with it. Let's find us a dining table. It's not going to be a fancy table either. Let's see what that looks like under the tablecloth. It's quite nice, actually. Didn't know that was so nice looking. But I think we're going to go with maybe damaged wood on the legs. Maybe just the dirty wood on the top. It doesn't really look dirty though. Gonna go with that. What do you say? And yes, we can copy that, and in fact we can probably lay this on the table. I know the table's not deep enough, wide enough for this to work completely, but hey, it's the thought that counts, isn't it? There we go. And then maybe just put one strip there, as if she's in the process. You know what I mean? I think that'll work. And then there's a lot of stuff here. There's a cabinet here, or a shelf, or a thing, or something. Isn't it? I want something that's straight up and down, and you'll see why I want something that's straight up and down. Something else here. Don't know if this is gonna work. Bear with me here. Let's take that. enjoy it too much. It's not perfect, but dang. Let's copy that onto there. Should we flip it? It should be on that side, shouldn't it? How far can I sink it into the floor before it actually shows on the downstairs, you know? There. Yes? Maybe? Sort of? Gives the impression. And then if we take, I'm wondering, if we take a piece like that, we get a really nice high gloss wood. Oh, okay, I see. To close that in a little bit. Ew. Okay. No, that's fine. There we go. Okay. High glass wood. Where was I? Got distracted. Can we take that and just pretend? Is that going to do that? No, of course it isn't. I don't know. It's a work in progress here. Alright, let's take one of those. Change the horrible stripes. Just looking. Okay. Then I don't know what's behind here, so I'm just a guessing. Doesn't quite have the thing, but you know, we try. Keep my thread snapping. And it's gone. My fapping, yes. Will it maybe be worth it? I'm not sure. I don't know. Doesn't have the feel that I'm looking for, but it's a start. It'll do. Okay. That's just plain brick, isn't it? Let me know how I can fix this, because the sheet is actually across and then drapes on the sides. So that is my disturbing take on that. And we are going to have to use the size that we've got to do this layout. There is a city plan on the wall here. I've still got to go and look at stuff like that. I'm going to twist that slightly so I can put some stuff here. I've got to do a lot of glue, sponge, glue gun. I don't know if they've got glue guns. I'm sure they had glue guns in, what was that, the 70s, the 80s? Ha! I can put it there. Awesome. Yeah, so I've got to go search online and go and find a whole bunch of stuff to actually get this set up. So wish me luck. If you've got any ideas or you've got any pictures that you think will look good in here, because there are quite a few pictures on the walls. My email address is on my YouTube page, but I'll drop it into the descriptions as well, because I think I'm gonna need a little bit of help here. Just throwing some bits and bobs on the table. And you know what is always good don't know if it's in the kitchen or the bathroom. But what's always good, hanging wallpaper, spongy stuff. Okay, so that's where we are now in the attic. As I say, ideas for pictures on the walls, let me know or send me an email and I will put those pictures in here. I can't see very clearly on the pictures or in the movie what the top of the wall looks like in here. I have looked very carefully and the best I can see is that the ceiling is fairly dark. It's not this light color that I've used, but it isn't this color here. So if we do this, maybe we need to go down sort of here, the ceiling in here. I think that makes more sense. What do you say? Just seeing that is definitely not straight, is it? Sorry, shiny things. That's better. Because this is just a piece of plywood that I've used as the wood on here. So this part is the bricks and the board and all the rest. I actually think there's a lot more stuff here, but this is a start. Now over the village are the prettiest little sort of lights, like twinkle lights, that we can no way or shape or form recreate. But if we go into, I think it's the standing decorations, if we had those light bulbs, it would make life a lot easier. This is going to look really bad, but maybe that. You see, it's too chunky. Seriously, where is the light coming from? The only way I can maybe do it is like this, but where do we go? Okay, we can live with that. So that might be the only way to do it, with the exposed lights. His neck is chunky. His neck is also chunky and his neck is even chunkier. The other way to do it obviously would be with a candle. Let's try it. We go with, I am always going there. That I light the candle and I flip it. Oh, the house catch fire. Will it break the game? it flickers. So, thoughts, ideas would be appreciated. I actually hate this, but it is what it is. That's not bad. That I'm quite proud of. This one, on the other hand, not so much. But yes, so these are the sort of options we have to put lights over the village. We don't have anything. Don't even have string lights, fairy lights. None of those, and these are too big. If you see there, we've got this one, which is also quite big. And doesn't quite look right. Okay, people. I'm calling it here. I am going to stand and stand. My character's going to stand and I'm going to sit, and we're going to build this dang door. I think I'm going to just put all the blocks there, and then we're going to make them look like there's a crack happened. So wish me luck. Thank you so much for watching. Chaos in the attic. If you've got this far, please consider subscribing. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.